Well, good evening, folks. It is Shooter Scott Henderson. It is, I think it's Sunday. I know it's January 5th, 2025. Happy New Year to those of you who I haven't expressed that to yet. Let's make this a very prosperous and actually a fun year is what I'd like to really. All right, let's jump right into this. We're going to go over swing trade notes. Of course, at the end of our presentation, please do review disclosure. So, as I head into the week or the new year, I'm always hesitant because I would rather start off with a good drawdown and enter in the lows versus buying in at the top and get taken out anyways. So I'm hesitant unless they're really clean setups and I really have to like them like 80% plus. I don't want to put anything on at the moment. And on top of that, we have some breadth issues going on in the indices, which imply that we're slowing down. But that also has been the case with basically every retrace we've had since October of 2022. So we get real shallow retraces. Market comes back, dip buyers come in, and they take us out of that. So, all right. Now, we've changed the format just a tad bit on how we're tracking. I put so many alerts out in chat that I wasn't really tracking that. I would get the setup and, I wasn't entering necessarily, but it was a setup based on the fundamental thesis of our group. And circumstances were there. So I decided when I post those, we're going to start tracking those below our weekly tracking. So, this list might get fairly long. I'm still playing with it a little bit to make it functional for that, because what I learned last year is that not running a continuous list had a disadvantage. But then again, I'm not this savvy expert with Excel. So we'll figure it out though over time. Basically we put 2 trades on last week that we ended up closing out. DLTR didn't work from the beginning, so we took it at 20%. By the way, that is going to be my theme this year, capping my losses to 20% of my gains. After reviewing 2024 and looking at the number of trades, I gave way too much back when stuff just didn't work from the beginning. So if it doesn't work, the old saying is, those that start working first work the best. So, that mindset is where we're going into the year, because I want to try and push down. I want to get below giving back 20% of my gains for the year. And to be candid, that would have equaled, quite a little bit from where we were as far as numbers, like close to about 30% gains, because quite often the symbols that I was giving back on were larger hits. So it was a higher portion of the book value that we had in those swing longs. So then we took a little piece on Tesla. It ran a lot further than I thought it would. Fortunately, I left a runner on there, 2 runners, and then took one off, at about $10, another one off at 406. So, we ended up really sort of washing out the loss on DLTR. We opened Mobley and continued to scale. I still only have a half a position in the $25 calls, and I kind of went into Friday wanting a full position. And I may upscale that to 2x on those 25s, because I do have, some conviction for the upside here. Really we have no resistance till, 35 or 37, or maybe it was 25 and 27. I might have my wrong strike price in here. I'll have to go back and double check that. I'm thinking, because my mindset was we had no resistance until 27. So the spreadsheet doesn't suggest that, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have the wrong price in there. So we'll go back and check. And then we also opened up half a position in JLBY. That pretty much is where it's at. Now, the long positions that we liked from back test was AMSC, AMTX, Quick, ENVX, Unity, NFE, and Unity really ran like right after we posted that. It had run quite a little bit before then. CSLR, SQ, AAP, Clorox, CLX, Square. And then we had 2 covered call posts or alerts on VLOK and Now, which when I post those, the suggestion is that, it's a good spot to sell some covered calls because we're hitting resistance and we're wanting. So that typically is the place that we'll want to do this. Those will be periodically. They probably will not be every week. Yeah, we have fireworks still, and Roscoe is for my office with me. And all right, now as far as earnings, I couldn't see. Helena Troy might be pretty good, and Delta might be pretty good, but I just didn't like the charts to throw them in there. So I look at this as the light earnings week. That's my 2 cents. All right, of course, our risk management it and scaling, but make sure you've reviewed that if you haven't done it. Spend 10 or 15 minutes weekly or every couple of days reviewing your process and fine tuning it. What worked, what didn't. That was something I didn't do in my junior years. Now I have a lengthy weekly, monthly, quarterly, and end of year review I do. And I really want to drill down and find out what I did right and what I did wrong, and then take steps to try and improve that. And that's really what the intent of this included. Now, our ranking system, I like the results I'm seeing on it. We get above 80% on the ranking. Now, our first stock this week is Credo technology. It's already run quite a little bit, but we have this flat building out. Volume was nice to the downside, sort of giving us a squeeze. And our extension for our wave 5, 50% back is my minimum target, about 91. However, the count within Motive Wave is only seeing about $84, which I'm still good with that from $72, where I'm great with a $10 trade here, just with the option. Now, I like the February $75 calls, and part of the reason was because of the spreads on the other dates. I think we either get busy with this at the beginning of the year, we break out above this and take out our 78, and then we add a little piece, and then close it out around 84, 85, and then see if we can get some runners to close to $90 or $91. Sort of just see how it plays out. That's kind of my thought. Next one is Bit Digital. Now, this is a small name, but I like the way it looked on the chart. It came off, nice 50% back candidate, $4.32. The only thing I really liked were the $5 calls, and there were quite a number of those open, so I'm not the only one that's looking at that. In this situation, I only risk 50% of the candle on the daily. Get back below that, then chances are Bitcoin's going to win. I still think we get a run. I posted some stuff in Rare Chat, regarding my thought on Bitcoin, because we really are at a crossroads. Either we need to get above 106 to continue the leg up, and then we would move towards 110 or 120, or we break down. I think below 100 again is not good news for us, but ultimately I'm not really bearish until we get below 94. So Bit Digital is sort of a play on that. Really, I just like the upside. If we get a good push to 110 or 120 in Bitcoin, we should see our $5 on this plus. So 78.6 is totally viable, even though I just don't like stocks with values less than $10. It was really the best looking chart that's out there. So, and that's what I have for this week, folks. Didn't see a lot of names that I wanted to put on until I see how we react this week. So, I want to see our opening range Monday and turn around Tuesday, after about the first 30 minutes, looking where our volumes are and what has run, what hasn't run, if we are opening with a bullish thesis or we're opening with a bearish thesis, because realize most of the traders were gone last week. And the commercials, most of them are in on Monday. They're opening the week. So we'll see where their enthusiasm. Well, that's what we have for this week. Great trading, folks. Until next time.